Hi friend, my name is brahmacharya, and as you all know, I'm a booktuber and I'm making video on this book. The name of this book is Practice of Brahmacharya. And friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot make this full book in one video. So what I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video so you can understand it in a better way. And friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video. So if you come sequence wise 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll understand it in a better way. Apart from seeing 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused, friends. Okay. And friends, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the comment section because I do see the comments and I give answer to each and every comments, friends. Okay. And friends, you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is abhimanyu1906. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay, it's ABHIMANYUBHABTACHARJEE1906. And friend, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you, do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon, so whenever I update a new video, you will get the notification, friends. Okay. And friends, in our last video, I have covered the topic called Akhanda Brahmachari. So this topic I have called Akhanda Brahmachari. Okay. And in our today's video, I am going to cover the topic called urdhvareta yogi. Urdhvareta yogi. So this is the 30 number topic, and the name of the topic is urdhvareta yogi. So let us see what Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this topic. And urdhvareta yogi is one in whom the seminal energy flows upwards to the brain and is stored up as ojas shakti, which is used for contemplative purpose in the practice of dhyana. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling that the urdhva yogi is of a person whose sexual energy that flows towards up, that seminal energy, and converts into ojas, and that energy is used for the spiritual practices. Okay. In an urdhva yogi, the seminal energy is transmuted into spiritual energy, ojas shakti. So in a urdhva yogi, the seminal energy that is easily transmuted into the ojas shakti. The process of transmutation is termed as sex sublimation. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the process of transmutation is said as sex sublimation. An urdhva yogi will have no wet dream. So this is a very important statement, friends. Okay, so here Swami Sivananda is telling that urdhva yogi is not going to get any wet dream, no nightfall. He not only converts the semen into ojas but checks through his yogic power through purity in thought, words, and deeds. So, urdhva yogi not only converts his semen into power but he's also check his purity in thought, deed, whatever he's thinking, what thought coming in his mind. So, he have the power to check each and every such kind of thing in his mind, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. The very formation of semen by the secretory cell of the test of the seeds. This is a great secret. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the in the urdhva yogi the semen easily gets transmuted into the secretory cells, right, of the testes of the seeds. This is a great secret. So this is a very big secret which Swami Sivananda ji has revealed to us today. Allopaths believe that even an urdhva yogi, the formation of semen goes on instantly, that the fluid is reabsorbed in the blood. So this is a mistake. So here allopathic believe that in the urdhva yogi their all sexual energy immediately goes and resolved in the blood. So this is a very big mistake which Swami Svananda is telling to us in this topic. They do not understand the inner yogic secret of the mystery. They are in dark. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the allopathic science is completely in dark. They do not understand the secret and mystery of a urdhva yogi. Their drishti vision is concerned with the gross thing of the universe. So their drishti is concerned with the gross things in the universe. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. The yogi penetrates into the subtle hidden nature of thing through yogic vision and yogic chakshus. So yes, Swami Svananda is telling the person who is a yogi who see his life through the inner vision of his yogic chakshu, inner vision of wisdom the yogi get control over the astral nature of the semen and thereby prevent the formation of the very fluid itself. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that the yogi get the power to form the astral nature. So itself, the in the yogi's body, the semen is not formed because, as you all know, semen is present in our body in vapor form. When it forms from vapor to it comes in what you call fluid from a process is there. So that process doesn't happen in the body of a urdhvareta yogi. So there is no chance of wet dreams or nightfalls, any such kind of thing in the body of urdhvareta yogi. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. According to yogic science, semen suklam exists in a subtle state throughout the body. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the sukham, that is the semen exists in a subtle state in the body, which I said in the vapor form. It is withdrawn and elaborated into gross form in the sexual organ under the influence of sexual will and sexual excitement. So that vapor of semen get transferred into sexual in the semen only when the person is sexually excited. So if a person is not sexually excited, his semen is not going to get transferred from vapor to semen. To be an urdhvetra yogi is not merely to prevent the emission from gross semen already formed, but to prevent its formation as the gross seed. So here Swami Sivananda is telling in a urdhvetra yogi, so only the emission cannot be prevented, the semen going out of the body, but it only in the body of urdhveta yogi semen is not at all formed because it is only in the present in the vapor form only. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. An urdhvreta yogi will realize Brahman quickly. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that urdhvreta yogi is going to easily realize the Brahman within himself. Mere sarvana hearing of scripture is quite sufficient for him to obtain Brahma Anubhava or Atma Sakshatkara self-realization. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that hearing the scriptures is very sufficient for that person to attain Brahma Anubhava or Atma Sakshatkara. This Swami Sivananda is telling for a Urdhvetra yogi. If the sexual energy is transmuted into ojas, spiritual energy, by pure thought, it is called sex simulation in Western psychology. So here, Swami Sivananda is telling that if our sexual energy is changed into ojas shakti, spiritual energy, it is called sex simulation in Western psychology. Just as a chemical substance is sublated or purified by raising, by heating the vapor, which again becomes solid. So here Swami Swaminanda is telling, just as the chemical substance by heating it form vapor, but after a particular period of time again it becomes solid. In the same way, so also the sexual energy is purified and changed into divine energy of spiritual sadhana. So in the same way, sexual energy is changed into ojas by the spiritual sadhana. By entertaining sublime soul elevating through of self or atman is one in yoga. One is called urdhvreta yogi, in whom the seminal energy has flown upward into the brain as ojas shakti. So here Swami Swananda is telling that a person, a urdhvreta yogi is a person in whose brain the ojas has been the semen have been flowed, sexual energy has been flowed and changed into, transformed into ojas shakti. So that person is known as urdhvreta yogi. Ojas is a spiritual energy that is stored up in the brain by sublime thought. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that Ojas is a spiritual energy that has been stored in the brain by sublime thought, such as meditation, japa, worship, asana, and pranayama practice. So these are the practice like meditation, japa, pranayama. So if we do, our energy, our sexual energy is going to transmuted into Ojas energy. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. The sexual energy can be transmuted into ojas shakti and stored up in the brain. So here Swami Savananda is telling that our sexual energy can be transferred into ojas shakti and stored up in the brain. This energy can be utilized for divine completion and spiritual pursuit. So Swami Savananda is telling this all energy can be realized for divine contemplation and also spiritual pursuit. Anger and muscular energy can also be transmuted into ojas. So yes, Swami Sivananda is telling the anger and muscular energy can also be transmuted into ojas. A man who has great deal of ojas in his brain can turn out immense mental work. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that a man who have very much ojas into his brain can easily immense into a mental work, turn out into immense mental work. He is very intelligent. He has a magnetic aura in his face and lustrous eye. So this type of person who have a great number of ojas, he's a very intelligent person and he have a magnetic aura. And also his face is lustrous and he have his eyes. He can influence the people by uttering a few words. So this type of a person can influence people easily by uttering a few words. A short speech can produce tremendous impression on the mind of hearers. So here Swami Sivananda is telling even a short speech also can produce a tremendous impression in the mind of hearers. His speech is thrilling. He has an awe-inspiring personality. So this type of personal speech are inspiring and also thrilling. Some his speech is thrilling. He has a awing inspiring personality, so and personality of this person is also good. Shankara and Akhanda Brahmacharin worked wonder through his power of ojas. So Shankara, who was Akhanda Brahmacharin, who worked under the wonder this his power of ojas. By the power of ojas they have become make the wonders. He did Dick Vijaya and held controversy and heated debates in different part of the country with the learned scholar through his power of ojas. So this type of person got Digvijaya in the heated debates and in the different part of the country because only by the part of their ojas shakti. A yogi always direct his attention in the accumulation of the divine energy by unbroken chastity. So yes, Swami Sivananda is telling a yogi and a divine person, he always is interested to transfer his energy into ojas shakti in the unbroken chastity, that is unbroken celibacy, unbroken brahmacharya, which is very important. And friends, so following celibacy and brahmacharya is very important for us in our day-to-day life. Preserve the vital fluid very very carefully, my dear readers. Become an urdhvareta yogi through purity of thought, word and deed. So here Swami Sivananda is telling preserve this vital fluid, and very carefully, my dear readers. So we need to be urdhveta yogi. We need not need to waste this vital fluid in our body. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. That means it is very important for each and every person is to follow the practice of brahmacharya. The body of a man who is truly an urdhvareta has the secret of lotus. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the body of a man who is completely urdhvareta have the complete secret of the lotus in his body. A man who is not brahmachari, in whom gross semen is formed. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that the man who is not brahmachari, in him the gross semen is formed. May on the other hand smell like a pranayama seriously. So may on the other hand that man may smell like a pranayama seriously. The semen energy ascend up to the brain. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that semen energy ascend towards the brain in a human being. It is stored up as ojas shakti, spiritual energy, and come back as amrita or nectar. So this energy is so stored as in the powerhouse in the ojas shakti as a spiritual energy, and which comes back as amrita, which is nectar in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. More energy is wasted during copulation. So this is a very important statement. So Swami Sivananda is telling the more energy is wasted during the copulation, means during the masturbation more energy is wasted. The whole nervous system is shaken or agitated during the act. So Swami Sivananda is telling that whole nervous system in our body is shaken and agitated during this act. But it is not so when the emission occur during the dreaming state. So yes, Swami Swaminanda is telling it is not happened when the emission occurs in the dreaming state. That means in a dream, if we see any wet dreams and the nightfall happens, that is not so dangerous. Apart from which, the copulation, the masturbation is such a very much dangerous. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this topic. Our entire nervous system gets shaken off during this act. Actual for further dreaming state. Further, the actual essence does not come out during wet dream. It is only the watery prostate juice with a little semen. So, Swami Swananda is telling in the wet dream, the actual thing doesn't come out. It is only the watery, juicy part which comes out with the little semen. That is discharged during the nocturnal pollution. So, this is discharged from a body during the nocturnal pollution, that is nightfall, friends. Okay. When nocturnal emission take place, the mind which was working in the inner astral body suddenly enters the physical body in an agitated condition. So yes, Swami Sivananda is telling when a nocturnal emission take place, the mind which was working with the astral body suddenly comes in our body in a very agitated condition. That is the reason why emission take place suddenly. So this is the reason why the nocturnal emission, that is nightfall, which take place suddenly. The energy that is wasted during the one sexual intercourse is tantamount to the physical energy that is spent in the physical labor of 10 days, or mental energy that is utilized in mental work for 3 days. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that the if a person indulge in one time of sexual intercourse, total 10 days of his energy is wasted. 10 days of his mental, 10 days of his laborer energy wasted. Means a person, how much hard work we do in 10 days, that much energy he is wasting in only in the same act. And 3 days of mental energy is utilized when he is doing sexual intercourse with the opposite partners. Mark how precious is the vital semen. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that mark how precious maybe this vital semen is, right? Glory to those yogis who have attended urdhvareta or full sex sublimation and are who are resting in their own swaparna. So Swami Swananda is telling that glory, and it is a very hats off to those person who have attended Urdhva Vretra or full sex sublimation, who are resting on their suvarna. May we all practice perfect celibacy through the practice of sama. So Swami Swananda is telling it is that may we all practice the perfect celibacy through the practice of sama. Sama means control of mind. Dhamma. Dhamma means control of senses. Viveka. Viveka means discrimination. Vichara. Vichara means inquiry that who am I? Why have I came in this world? From where have I came and where I will go? This is vichara. That is self-realization, friend. Vairagya, that is dispassion. Pranayama, that is breath control. Japa, that is repetition of Lord's name. So if you keep on repeating the Lord name, that is japa. Dhyana, that is meditation. And reach the goal of life. And it is very important for us to reach the goal of our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Swananda is telling to us in this topic. May the indweller of our heat grant us spiritual strength to strengthen the Indriya. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that may the indweller of the heat grant us the spiritual strength to control the Indriyas in our body, senses and mind. May we all become full urdhvareta yogis like Sri Shankara. So here Swami Sivananda is telling patience. Here telling may the indweller of the heart grant spiritual strength. So in our heart we should get spiritual strength so that we could easily lead the full life of urdhvareta yogi in sanskara. Like Sri Sankara, we can also become a urdhvareta yogi. Sri Janadev of yore, may their blessing be upon us also. Here he is telling about Sri Janadev, our blessing should be in our life for all the time, friends. Okay. So this, friends, this topic came to an end. In our today's video, I have covered the topic called urdhvareta yogi. Okay. So in our next topic, I am going to cover the concept called in the next video that I will cover, that is thermometer in brahmacharya. Thermometer in brahmacharya. Okay. This I'll cover in next video. So friends, this topic came to an end. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and I'll meet you in the next video, friends. Okay, till then, goodbye, take care.